Hi, my name is Hugh Lundberg. Some people consider me to be a visionary artist, and I always turn and say my friend Alex Gray is a visionary artist. But I definitely do write in a way from time to time that looks into the future. I do have utopian ideals. A lot of people don't consider those to be practical. Well, if you look at the way things have been done over the last 20 or 30 years in this country, perhaps it is time for some impractical, experiments, at least impractical in the eyes of other people. And as someone that was born with, Libra in 3 planets, I'm just an impractical girl, I guess. But anyway, to me, a visionary has the benefit of history, a vision of what the future could be, understanding problems and obstacles that they might run into, on the way. I think that it is really important for people, especially now, to look back into the Depression era and, to see how people survived during that. These economic times are very perilous, and there are a lot of things that have changed and will never return to the way that they were, so you conservatives need to get over it very quickly. Along the lines of actually a very conservative approach or suggestion was made by a friend of mine, Matt's mother, Louise, when I was talking to her the other day in the kitchen. And I said, it really stinks that the 20-somethings, just like my partner, Jordan DeLiso, it's really unfortunate that they're coming of age in this really tempestuous time, where financially so many things are crashing. And she looked at me and started talking about the Great Generation, those who survived the Depression and grew into a life that was quite extraordinary, actually. They were amazing people. Certainly my grandparents and my father, who was a lot older than my mother, fell into that. And I started thinking about it. In Boston, Massachusetts, where I spent, a good portion of my life, they have victory gardens out in the park. You get about 15 square feet or 10 square feet or something like that, or you get a little tract where you can grow vegetables, and some people mix it in with flowers. They get one of those really nice gardens. It's, a blending of all of these different things, flowers and vegetables and herbs and stuff like that. When they had the water shortage in San Francisco, and I realize this can be gross to the Puritan sensibilities, but, you don't flush the toilet all the time. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Maybe these times are going to slow people down from, overusing utilities and things like that, burning up energy needlessly. Maybe when some of our green engineers, like my partner, get going, building generators and working with different ideas, we will come up with a new way of living. But when people want to knock visionaries, Jules Verne was a visionary writer. A great one, and he saw submarines and rocket ships and all of these other magnificent things that were considered to be science fiction back in the day. So you really should weigh all variables in your lives and see what works best for you. I do know that, most of the people in urban areas, many in the suburbs, don't, they depend totally on their food coming from stores. They don't buy wisely. They don't stock dry goods, which actually is a lot cheaper than packaged stuff. You bring your own bags, it's like less stuff that has to be recycled and worked like that, which ultimately raises the prices. I mean, if you have all these households in one area, recycling, which you should do if you have the stuff to recycle. I want to make that clear. If you have paper and cardboard and plastics and glass bottles and stuff, sure, you need to recycle it, but try to find ways where you're not consuming all of that stuff. Learn how to sew, repair things, learn how to use crazy glue. I mean, before you get a lot of wear out of things, and avoid, like, I know this is coming from me, but I've always bought clothes wisely, and a lot of mine are given to me because of what I do. But just think about the ways that you can conserve in your own life, that you can cut down on your use of energy. Find more ways to stretch your money. And by all means, clip coupons. And if you're not going to use them, leave them on the shelves for people, especially if it's for like baby food and diapers and pet food and stuff like that. People really need help with these things. So, that's just my thoughts on the Neo-Depression and the visionary movement, which is gaining a lot of steam now. So this is Use the Faery King, poet, visionary, performance artist, and magician. Have a wonderful life. Thank you.